Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to go over 22 common foods that will kill your dog. And as always, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a free gift, so make sure you stick around for that. So the first food that can kill your dog is avocados. Even though avocados are very healthy for humans, they're not so much for dogs. The reason being is because in avocados, you have something called persin. And persin is toxic to dogs, and it can actually lead to vomiting and diarrhea. In addition to that, avocados also contain something called cyanogenic glycosides. And what these compounds do is they prevent your dog from being able to use oxygen, which can lead to suffocation. Now, even though avocados are dangerous for your dog, there are certain parts of the avocado that are worse than others. For example, the pit, the skin, and even the leaves are more toxic than the actual flesh of the avocado. But no matter what, any amount of avocado can be fatal for your dog. If you suspect that your dog has eaten avocado, then please take them to the vet right away. Another food that can kill your dog is garlic. Much like onions, garlic contains something called N-propyl disulfide, and this compound is what makes your dog's blood thinner. This can cause severe bleeding, and it can even lead to death. Just like with avocados, any amount of garlic can be fatal to your dog. And if you suspect that your dog has eaten garlic, please take them to the vet right away. Number 3 is macadamia nuts. Even though macadamia nuts are great for humans, they're extremely toxic for dogs. We don't know exactly why this is the case, but we do know that eating even 1 ounce of macadamia nuts can be enough to kill your dog. Symptoms include hyperthermia, tremors, weakness, and even seizures. If you think that your dog ate macadamia nuts, then you should take them to the vet immediately. The 4th food that can kill your dog is chocolate. And yes, this includes baking, chocolate, cocoa powder, and even those sugar-free chocolates that contain xylitol, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You see, in chocolate, you have 2 things that are toxic to dogs, and that's theobromine and caffeine. Both of these are stimulants, and they're a lot harder for dogs to metabolize than they are for humans. So, if you leave your chocolate around, make sure that your dog doesn't get to it. If they do, symptoms can range from hyperactivity, elevated heart rate, increased thirst, panting, restlessness, and even seizures. Number 5 is xylitol. Now, I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about chocolate, but xylitol is an alternative sweetener that's often found in sugar-free candy and gum. And even though it might be okay for us humans to eat, it's extremely toxic to our dogs. Eating just 3 pieces of xylitol-sweetened gum can be enough to kill your dog. And the worst part is that it takes up to 8 hours for the symptoms to show up. And by then, it may already be too late. Some of the symptoms of xylitol poisoning include vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, loss of appetite, seizures, and even liver failure. The 6th thing that can kill your dog is yeast. Now, we're not talking about the kind of yeast that you would put in bread, but rather the type of yeast that grows on other foods, such as fruit. Yeast is poisonous to dogs, and it can actually cause a condition called gastric dilatation volvulus, or GDV for short. This is a life-threatening condition where the stomach twists, and it often results in death. Some of the symptoms of GDV include pacing, restlessness, excessive drooling, and even collapse. If you notice any of these signs, then please take your dog to the vet immediately. The 7th food that can kill your dog is cooked bones. And no, unlike what you may have heard, cooked bones are not good for your dog at all. In fact, they're extremely dangerous. When you cook bones, they become brittle and they can easily splinter inside your dog's stomach. These splinters can puncture your dog's intestines, causing severe internal bleeding. So never give your dog cooked bones. Instead, give them raw bones, preferably those that come from small animals like rabbits and rodents. Those are the best for your dog. The 8th food that can kill your dog is raisins and grapes. Even though we don't know exactly why this is the case, we do know that eating just 1 grape or 1 raisin per pound of body weight can be enough to cause kidney failure and death in dogs. If your dog ate grapes or raisins, please take them to the vet immediately. Number 9 is caffeine. As I mentioned earlier, chocolate contains caffeine, and this is another reason why it's dangerous for your dog. You see, caffeine is a stimulant, and it can cause your dog's heart to beat faster. It can also cause muscle breakdown, and it can even lead to death. And it's not just chocolate that contains caffeine. It's also in coffee, tea, soda, energy drinks, and even some medications. If you suspect that your dog drank anything with caffeine in it, then please take them to the vet right away. The 10th food that can kill your dog is rhubarb. Rhubarb is a vegetable that's often used in pies and jams, but it's extremely toxic to your dog. The reason being is because it contains oxalic acid, and this can cause kidney stones and even kidney failure. Never leave rhubarb lying around, and make sure that your dog stays away from it. Number 11 is leeks and onions. And yes, this includes green onions as well. Just like with garlic, leeks and onions contain something called N-propyl disulfide, and this can damage your dog's red blood cells, leading to anemia. This can cause weakness, pale gums, and even death. Number 12 is alcohol. Just like with humans, drinking too much alcohol can cause intoxication in your dog. This means that your dog may seem drunk, and they may lose coordination and even consciousness. In addition to that, alcohol is also a poison, and it can cause your dog's liver to swell, which can lead to death. Never let your dog drink alcohol. Number 13 is salt. You see, dogs need sodium, just like us humans. However, they don't need a lot of it. Too much salt can cause your dog to be thirsty, and it can also cause them to drink more water. This can lead to a condition called water intoxication, which can cause seizures and even death. In addition to that, too much salt can also cause your dog's blood pressure to rise, which can cause damage to their heart and their kidneys. Number 14 is citrus oil. Citrus oil is the oil that's extracted from citrus fruits like oranges, limes, lemons, and grapefruit. And even though it's safe for us humans to ingest, it's extremely dangerous for our dogs. The reason being is because it contains something called D-limonene, and this can cause your dog's liver to become inflamed. This can lead to death, and the worst part is that there is no antidote for citrus oil poisoning. Number 15 is dairy. Yes, that's right. Milk, cheese, yogurt, and even ice cream can be deadly for your dog. The reason being is because dogs are lactose intolerant, and consuming dairy products can cause diarrhea and vomiting. Not only that, but dairy also contains something called whey protein, and this can lead to pancreatitis, which can be fatal. Number 16 is cat food. Now, this may sound strange, but cat food is actually extremely toxic to dogs. The reason being is because cat food contains something called taurine, and this is an amino acid that's essential for cats but not for dogs. Eating too much taurine can cause your dog's heart to become enlarged, and it can even lead to blindness and death. Number 17 is bacon. Even though bacon may taste delicious to you, it's not so much for your dog. The reason being is because bacon contains high levels of fat, and this can cause your dog to gain weight, which can lead to arthritis and even diabetes. In addition to that, bacon also contains something called nitrates, and this can cause your dog's blood vessels to become inflamed, which can lead to death. Number 18 is tobacco. Tobacco is highly toxic to your dog. It contains nicotine, and this can cause your dog's heart rate to increase, and it can even lead to death. Number 19 is nutmeg. Nutmeg is a spice that's made from the seeds of the nutmeg tree, and it's highly toxic to dogs. Eating just 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg can be enough to cause hallucinations, tremors, and even death. Number 20 is peaches. Even though peaches are healthy for us humans, they're not so much for our dogs. The reason being is because they contain cyanide, and this can cause your dog's heart to stop beating, leading to death. In addition to that, peaches also contain something called hydrocyanic acid, and this can cause your dog's mouth and throat to become inflamed, which can lead to breathing problems. Number 21 is mustard. Mustard contains something called allyl isothiocyanate, and this can cause your dog's eyes and throat to become irritated. This can lead to vomiting and diarrhea. And number 22 is fat trimmings. Giving your dog too much fat can cause a condition called pancreatitis, which can be fatal. Now, before we move on to your free gift, I want to remind you that this video is not a substitute for veterinary advice. If you suspect that your dog ate any of the foods that we talked about today, then please take them to the vet immediately. As promised, I'm going to give you a free gift, and that's going to be a link to a playlist of my most viewed dog videos. These videos are on various topics related to dogs, and I think that you'll find them very helpful. So make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.